Hi guys, welcome to the Tech Chat, where today I'm comparing this and this. Which is better, the Amazon Echo or the Google Home? To be honest, there isn't actually a whole lot in it. They both do pretty much the same thing. They control your smart home tech, play music, give you weather and news updates, things like that. If you're in the market for a digital voice assistant or just fancy a voice activated speaker, you really can't go wrong with either. But there are a few key differences that may swing you one way or the other. First of all, I reckon you'll immediately prefer one over the other in terms of style and design. The Echo is a much taller black cylinder with a blue LED ring at the top, whereas the Google Home is white and grey, about half the size, although it is a bit fatter, and has a sloped surface with capacitive touch buttons and LED lights. Initially, I thought I preferred the Google Home, thinking it would blend in better in my kitchen or lounge, but I have to admit, I kind of prefer the more striking look of the Echo now. I've asked a few of my friends as well which they prefer, and surprisingly, every single one said they prefer the Echo. One thing I have noticed is it's much easier to see when the Echo's been activated. With these smart assistants, you're not always 100% sure when you said Alexa or OK Google, whether they've heard you and you can continue to give your command. But the Echo's bright blue LED light ring at the top is much more obvious when Alexa's been activated than the dimmer.
I wasn't able to understand the question I heard.
Funny old thing. It's much more obvious to see than the dimmer coloured ball things that you get on the Google Home. Most of the time I end up using these as speakers, playing music from my Spotify account. And that's where the Google Home really stands out, offering much better audio quality.
Can't stop, addicted to the shindig. Chop top, it says I'm gonna win big. Choose not to life of imitation. Your skin goes into the reservation.
Neither can really compete with a proper speaker setup or Sonos players, but the Home produces a much deeper, bassier, and overall, to my ear at least, better sound. Where the Echo does come out on top though is in its range of skills. Since it's been out for over 2 years, developers have created over 4,000 of them, which is way more than the Google Home, which has only been out for a couple of months. But if you ignore the Yo Mama jokes or Echo fart skills, obviously there's loads of crap on the store as well, there are some genuinely good ones like Fitbit, 7-minute workouts, Smart Things, Uber Just Eat, and even StubHub. I've no doubt the Google Home will catch up, and its more advanced Google Assistant AI will probably make it a better all-round assistant eventually, but for now, the Echo comes out on top in terms of things you can actually do with it. Another thing to mention is you actually need to manually go to the Alexa app to browse and download skills for the Echo, whereas for the Home, it's all done behind the scenes. You don't need to install anything, you just ask for the action and it'll connect to it automatically. So at the time of recording, it's late January 2017 right now, the Google Home isn't actually available here in the UK. I actually bought this one coming back from my trip from Las Vegas for CES at the beginning of January, and it's basically set up for a US audience. Okay Google, tell me a joke.
What do you call a can opener that doesn't work? A can't opener.
But it still works here, there's no fundamental problem with it. But I'm sure when the Google Home is officially released in the UK, there will be some localization. But one thing I have noticed that I don't really like is that in some situations, you actually get adverts or commercials. For example, when I ask for a news update on my Echo, it gives me Sky News or The Guardian or whatever news outlet I've selected from the Alexa app, and it goes straight into it.
Here's your flash briefing.
From the Sky News Centre at 3, an Italian firefighter...
On the Home, it defaults to the NPR news station, but before it gives me the news update, it plays an advert, which is kind of annoying.
From NPR News Summary at 2 p.m. today.
Support for this podcast and the following message come from Cyber Policy, helping protect small businesses against...
Now, if you live in the US and have an Amazon Echo, let me know in the comments if the Echo also has commercials. But here in the UK right now, the Echo doesn't, but the Home does when I've brought it back. So that's kind of a plus for the Echo. The other thing I've noticed, even though it's a little bit trivial, is that it's kind of a lot nicer to say Alexa or Hey Alexa than OK Google. It's a silly thing, but if you use it, say, as an alarm clock, it feels a lot nicer to say Alexa, stop, rather than OK Google, stop. But maybe that's just me. The final thing to mention is the price. Right now in the US, the Google Home is $50 cheaper than the Echo at $130. So in the UK, considering the Echo is 150 quid, unless there are discounts on, which there often are, we can probably expect the Home to cost around £120. Now you also have the option of the Amazon Echo Dot, which is the same as the Echo here, but much smaller and has a much inferior speaker. Basically, it's just the Alexa part of it. But if you have a good sound system you can connect it up to, this is a much better option and much better value for money. Overall, I think they're both great, and there isn't really a clear-cut winner. For me though, I think I prefer the Echo right now. Although the home speaker is a bit better and it has more potential in the future, at the moment the Echo's range of skills, nicer design in my opinion, and its UK localization puts it just ahead of the home. But it is very close and I would be very happy with either. So let me know what you think of these two. Which would you go for? Do you think the home is better or the Echo, or are they both a bit of a waste of time, or are you in fact a bit worried that they're always listening in? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching. Please do like, share and subscribe if you enjoyed my video, and I'll catch you again next time right here on the Tech Chat.